Harry and Meghan have made headlines by changing their child's name, sparking controversy and speculation. Could this alter the reality of the couple's non-existent children? Join us in this video for more. Hello friends, welcome to the King YouTube channel. According to their website, Meghan and Harry have decided to change their children's names from Mountbatten Windsor to Sussex. This move has raised eyebrows regarding legality and tradition. Some people see it as a reflection of their family unity and status since King Charles ascended the throne, while others find it insulting and disrespectful, especially considering Prince Philip's pride in the Mountbatten Windsor name. So what's in a name? Well, a person's last name is recorded on their birth certificate, and legally changing one's first and last name is straightforward, requiring a petition through the court. However, changing American children's last names to reflect their titles doesn't make much sense and has no precedent. I suspect there are two reasons Harry and Meghan are claiming Sussex as their last name. First, using it as their last name preempts any attempt to eliminate the Sussex title, as they would argue it's akin to taking away their last names. Second, it minimizes their explicit use of the Sussex title for financial gain. However, the issue of the Sussex title itself is problematic in the US, especially since Harry and Meghan are still listed on the royal website as servants of the monarch, despite their apparent self-serving nature. They're probably worried their titles will be revoked. Once they lose their titles, they'll likely cling to Sussex with all they have, adopting it as their surname. Yet the title of Sussex isn't legally tied to the county of Sussex, it's merely historical. There's no estate or principality attached to it, meaning Harry doesn't profit from a Sussex residence and has no legal rights associated with it. So maybe Meghan really is trying to completely alienate Harry from his family. She seems desperate. Mountbatten Windsor, though, is essentially Harry's only remaining connection to his family. So by changing it to Sussex, what are they trying to do? The royal title was specifically created and awarded to him after he and Meghan got married. This would shift all the focus to his marriage to Meghan. Similarly, the children, who are no longer going to be Mountbatten Windsor, will demonstrate the significance of their father's marriage to Meghan through their last name, Sussex. Let's remember that when he was growing up, Harry's name was Harry Wales. William's son was George Cambridge, but now he's George Wales. There's not really a big difference. They can name their titles if they want to, but I'm not even sure that is legal in the US, and that is what's important here. The name Sussex is also not unique to Britain. There are actually 9 places around the world called Sussex. Interestingly enough, the country with the most places by that name is the US. So I'm wondering, which of the 4 places did they decide to name their kids after? Some people might innocently ask them that out of curiosity, or maybe they'll just cringe because of the kids' last names. But what I care more about than Meghan and Harry changing the names of their 2 invisible children is that Meghan could easily do the same to her kids. Is she really so arrogant and egotistical that she wants to erase her own husband's legacy by changing the Mountbatten Windsor last name to Sussex, which stems from the gifted title Harry received when he married Meghan? I guess according to Meghan, Harry should only be known as Meghan's second or third husband. It's not like he's an individual himself. It's not like he has his own family history. It's almost like a stage name, especially now that they're living in Hollywood, so I suppose it makes sense in that context. But for legal purposes, no government agency can issue anything with the name Sussex on it unless it's on his birth certificate or unless they petition to legally change his name. We all know the reason behind this change. Meghan Markle simply wants to upset Harry's family. She is such an evil witch and a narcissist to boot. Just imagine Archie entering middle school in the US and being referred to as Prince Archie of Sussex. The bullies would have a field day with that. How could Harry believe that this was giving his child a normal, typical childhood? In America, Harry and Meghan are only going to cause their children a lot of heartache. They'll be teased and ostracized. I don't even want to know how many times he would be called Your Highness, and it wouldn't be out of respect. Either it would be kids making fun of him. I feel bad for those children if they're real. And what exactly will happen if Harry and Meghan lose their Duke and Duchess of Sussex titles? What then? So then Archie and Lilibet wouldn't even have a last name anymore. And as for Meghan, she's overly reliant on Harry for everything at this point. She can't find success on her own, so she's just going to rely on those titles. But Sussex? No, that's not right. The important thing to remember here is that their actual surname is Mountbatten Windsor. Anything else is a royal title. True to royal custom, it's normal to use the titles as surnames, but Harry and Meghan don't want to be part of the royal family. I'm not buying into all this hype about Meghan and Harry trying to reestablish themselves as American-based royals. Come on, that's such a load of BS. The royal family doesn't want them back, no way, no how. I understand why they're worried about being stripped of their titles. They should be worried, but I just don't trust their intentions. I'm sure there is evil intent, and this can affect a child's identity, which is a huge red flag. They don't care about those kids. I don't believe for 1 second that Meghan Markle is a good mother. This move was the first to show that she would compromise her own children's well-being just for money. And yeah, I'm going to say well-being because in my opinion, mental health is a big part of our overall health. Meghan Markle also just uses those kids as pawns in her schemes to make money from the royal brand. So maybe Harry and Meghan will have to go to court to legally change those names. Supposedly, Meghan Markle tried to enroll Archie in a preschool in the US last summer, but they turned her away because when they asked her to produce a legal birth certificate, she refused. They informed her that every child must have a legal birth certificate. I think every preschool out there is like that. Meghan couldn't really explain where Archie came from, so they didn't let him register. When they say modernize, by the way, what they mean is making money for themselves. In some ways, it's kind of funny that they've changed their names to Sussex, and if you didn't know, I'm going to tell you something about Archie's name. We already know where Meghan Markle stole Lilibet from. Of course, she stole the late Queen's private nickname, but Archie actually comes from one of her favorite comic books. Apparently, she was obsessed with the Archie comics when she was younger. As far as I know, she also stole Archie from William and Catherine because that was, I believe, George's secret name. It was his code name that his security people would use. I remember the Archie comic book series. It was Archie, Betty, and Veronica. So I guess her whole life Meghan Markle was planning on naming her children Archie and Betty. Then when she heard about the Queen's private family nickname, she decided that Lilibet was an even better version of Betty. The fact that Meghan Markle would dare to use that private nickname just angers me to no end. When I heard that the late Queen left a message on her beloved husband's coffin and signed the envelope Lilibet Phillips' private nickname for her, I couldn't help but shed a few tears. What do you think about changing the name of Harry and Meghan's children? Let me know in the comments. I can't wait to read what you all have to say. Let's reflect on the issues we've discussed. It opens up many fascinating viewpoints and deepens our understanding of this whole situation. Please know how much we value your opinions. They really enrich our discussions and help us approach topics from many different angles, which I think is really important. In today's world, most reporting is highly biased. At the King Channel, we strive to deliver the honest truth without any fluff. Did you like the topic I covered today? If so, type OK if you didn't like it. That's okay too, but let me know why in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe to the King YouTube channel and share this video. Your support is a great motivator for us to continue improving and providing better content. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care and goodbye.